Hello my friends, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to crochet this beautiful and very pretty beanie hat. The body of this hat is made by a stitch that's called Celtic weave stitch, and it's so easy, it's not difficult at all, and it's made by repeating only 2 rounds. I made this hat for child size, 1, 2, 3 years old, but you can adjust that for larger sizes. I used a worsted weight yarn and 5mm hook. We don't need to use 2 number of hooks for the brim and the body because we use a slip stitch brim for this hat that's very stretchy. Okay, if you're ready, let's get started. For the beginning, make a slip knot and then make 11 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. You can add the number of chains to have a higher brim. Now skip the first chain and go to second chain. I want to make a slip stitch into this chain, so insert the hook, grab the yarn, pull through and pull through this loop on the hook. Again, go to next chain and make 1 slip stitch into that, and again 1 slip stitch into next chain. And we should repeat this work and make 1 slip stitch into each chain across. We should make the slip stitches a little loosely because we will make into them slip stitches again in the next row. Now at the end, make a chain and turn the work. In this row, we should make slip stitch into back loop of each stitch. Here, insert the hook into back loop of first stitch and make a slip stitch. Again, go to back loop of next stitch and make a slip stitch. And repeat that work. Make 1 slip stitch into back loop of each stitch, not under both loops. Insert into back loop only and make slip stitch. Repeat until the end. Now this is the last stitch, don't ignore that and make 1 slip stitch into that. You should count the number of stitches at the end of each row, and the number of stitches in each row should be equal to the number of stitches of previous row. Now for next row, make a chain and turn the work and repeat row 2. Make 1 slip stitch into first stitch, into back loop of that. Again, 1 slip stitch into back loop of next stitch, and continue this work and make 1 slip stitch into back loop of all stitches until the end. And now chain 1 and turn the work and repeat that row, and we should repeat this row 2 several times until the length of this band reach the desired circumference. And notice that the number of rows should be a multiple of 4. So I repeat this row and then I'll come back. Okay, after making 72 rows of slip stitches, the length of my band has reached the desired circumference, and you can see that this type of brim with slip stitch is so stretchy. And now I should fold the band in half and put 2 edges of that together. Make 1 chain and insert the hook into back loop of first stitch of last row, and then insert the hook into remaining loop of front stitch. Grab the yarn, pull through and pull through this loop on the hook. Again, go to back loop of next stitch from last row and into remaining loop of next stitch from first row, and make 1 slip stitch repeat that. Go to back loop of next stitch and remaining loop of front stitch and make one slip stitch, and we should continue this work and join each stitch of last row to front stitch with slip stitch. At the end, after all slip stitches, turn the work to right side. And now I'm ready to start the body of the hat around this edge. So make 3 chain as first double crochet, and then go at top of first row of the brim here and make 1 double crochet into this hole and hide this tail through the work. Insert the hook into this hole and make 1 double crochet. Then go to next row of the brim between these 2 rows here and yarn over, insert the hook under the second loop, not under this loop, insert under this loop, the second loop, and make 1 double crochet. Again, go to next row, make 1 double crochet into this hole, go to next row of the brim here and make 1 double crochet under the second loop here. And continue this work. Make 1 double crochet at top of each row of the brim, and at the end the number of double crochets should be equal to the number of rows of the brim. Now at the end, make 1 slip stitch into 3rd chain of beginning chains and start round 2. Make 2 chain that doesn't count as a stitch and skip this chain 3 as first double crochet and next double crochet. Okay, yarn over twice and go around the 3rd double crochet and make 1 front post treble crochet here. Yarn over, pull through and pull through 2, pull through 2 and pull through 2. Again, yarn over twice and make 1 front post treble crochet around next stitch, and then go back to these 2 skipped double crochets and make 1 front post treble crochet around each of them in front of these 2 stitches. Yarn over twice, insert the hook around the first double crochet and make 1 front post treble crochet. Yarn over twice, go to the second skipped stitch and make 1 front post treble crochet around that. Now, after these 4 stitches, again skip next 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and make 1 front post treble crochet around next 2. Yarn over twice, insert the hook around the first stitch, 1 front post treble crochet, yarn over twice, and make next front post treble crochet. Now go back to these 2 skipped stitch in front of these 2 stitches and make 1 front post treble crochet around each of them, 1 and 2. One more time. After these 4 stitches, skip next 2 stitch, make 1 front post treble crochet around next 2, 1 and 2, yarn over twice, make one front post treble crochet around the first skip stitch in front of these 2 stitches. 1, yarn over twice, and make next front post treble crochet around next stitch. And you should repeat this sequence until the end of the round. Now round 2 is finished, and I should make a slip stitch at top of first front post treble crochet here, not into this chain 2 here. And now for start round 3, make a slip stitch into second front post treble crochet, and again slip stitch into third front post. We should start round 3 from here. Make 2 chain, doesn't count as a stitch, and skip first 2 stitches and pull these 2 front post trebles. Make 1 front post treble crochet around each of them. Skip 1 and 2 and go around the third stitch. Make 1 front post treble crochet around that. Again, make 1 front post treble crochet around next stitch. And now go back to these 2 skipped stitches and make 1 front post treble crochet around each of them behind these 2 stitches. So fold them in front, yarn over twice, and make 1 front post treble crochet around this first skipped stitch, and again yarn over twice, make 1 front post treble crochet around the second skipped stitch. This is my work in first repeat. Again, skip next 2 stitches, pull these 2 stitches and make 1 front post treble crochet around each of them, 1 and 2, yarn over twice and make 1 front post treble crochet around these 2 skipped stitch behind these 2 stitches, 1 and 2. And again repeat that work. Skip next 2 and make 1 front post treble crochet around next 2, 1 and 2, and yarn over twice, 1 front post treble crochet around these 2 behind these stitches, 1 and 2, and repeat this sequence until the end of the round. Now I'm at the end of round 3 and I have 2 stitches left. Skip them and go around the first 2 stitches that skip them at the beginning of the round and make treble crochet front post around each of them, 1 and 2, and then go back to these last 2 stitches and make 1 front post around each of them behind these 2 stitches, yarn over twice and make 1 front post treble crochet around the first and 1 front post around the second, and round 3 is finished completely. Now make 1 slip stitch at top of first front post here, not these 2 chains. And for start round 4, again make 1 slip stitch into each of next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. We should start round 4 from here. Actually, we should repeat round 2. First make 2 chains and skip first 2 stitches. Make 1 front post treble crochet around next 2 stitches. And then make 1 front post treble crochet around these 2 skipped stitches in front of these 2 stitches here. One and 2. Okay, and repeat that work. Skip next 2 and make 1 front post around next 2. 1 and 2. Then go back around these 2 stitches, make 1 front post treble crochet around them in front of these 2. One and 2. And then we should repeat this sequence until the end of the round. Now I'm at the end of round 4, and now I have 2 stitch at the end of this round and 2 stitch at the beginning that made a slip stitch into each of them and skip them. And now we should skip these last 2 stitches of previous round and make 1 treble crochet front post around each of these 2 beginning stitches. 1 and 2. And then make 1 front post treble crochet around these 2 skipped stitches, not this chain 2 here, in front of these 2 stitches. One and 2. And now make a slip stitch at top of first front post after this chain 2 here, and round 4 is finished. And then for next round I should repeat round 3. Make a slip stitch into each of next 2 stitches and start round 5 from here, and skip this chain these 2 stitches and make 1 front post treble crochet around next 2 stitches. Then go back to these skipped stitches, make 1 front post treble crochet around them behind the first 2 stitches just made. And after that again repeat round 4. Actually these 2 rounds, round 3 and round 4, should be repeated until the height of this hat from here, from the beginning of the brim, reaches the desired size. Okay, I repeated round 3 and round 4 3 more times, and now the height of my hat is enough, and I want to decrease the top of the hat. After joining to first front post treble crochet, go to next 2 front posts and make 1 slip stitch at top of each of them, and then make 2 chain. Skip first 2 stitches and make 1 front post treble crochet around next 2 stitches at the same time. Insert a hook around both of them, grab the yarn and complete front post treble crochet. Then go back to these 2 stitches and make 1 front post treble crochet around both of them at the same time behind this front post treble crochet. Okay, insert the hook around both of them and complete front post treble crochet, and again repeat that work. Skip next 2 stitches, make 1 front post treble crochet around next 2 stitches at the same time. Insert the hook and around them and make 1 front post. Then again go back to skip stitches and go behind this stitch and make 1 front post treble crochet around both of them at the same time. Actually, we have to decrease the number of stitches in each repeat from 4 to 2. Okay, and repeat that work. Skip next 2 stitches, make 1 front post treble crochet around next 2 stitches at the same time, and go behind that stitch and make 1 front post treble crochet around skipped stitches at the same time. And repeat that work until the end. Okay, now at the end make a slip stitch into first front post here after these 2 chains and start next round. For this round make a chain, and I want to make a decrease half double crochet into these 2 stitches. So yarn over, insert the hook into front loop of the first stitch and insert the hook into front loop of the second stitch, grab the yarn and pull through. Now I have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all of them. Again, yarn over and make 1 decrease half double crochet into next 2 stitches. Insert hook into front loop of next stitch and go to front loop of next stitch directly, grab the yarn, pull through and yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on the hook. And we should repeat this work and decrease each 2 stitches of previous round together. Continue until the end. Now at the end make a slip stitch into first decrease stitch here, and now this hole at top of the hat become small, and I can close that with this tail. If this hole at top of your hat is not small yet, you can repeat the last round 1 or 2 more times to become very small, and then close that. And now I should make a chain and leave a long tail and cut the yarn, pull the hook, and with a tapestry needle sew this hole, and after that attach a pom-pom. And now my beautiful hat is ready. I hope this video will be useful for you. If you like that, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video and leave a comment. Have a nice day.